Today, I'm showing you my full Artist Alley setup, the good, the bad, the ugly, the messy, and every decision I made in putting together my Mr. Surprise display. I just wanted to share with you my process and how I kind of structure and organize and prep for these, artist stations and these kind of like store displays, just because I'm not the kind of person that wants to show up and just do it on the spot, because that would just give me major anxiety, honestly, and the time crunch is just going to stress me out way too much. So I'd rather just prepare at home, take my time, and then have a picture so I can reference later and set it up while I'm there. So I wanted to walk you through that process. Let's head to Mr. Surprise at the Well to pick up our artist setup kit. The setup kit includes items that will help with the prep process, like blank display cards, hanging sticker tabs, numbering stickers for both the display and the inventory stock, and clear inventory bags to categorize and organize all your stock. Picked up my kit from Mr. Surprise. And if you're new here, I am Janine. I am a designer and creative based in Toronto, Canada, and I own my brand yeunglove, and this is where I design stickers, stationery, and other cute goodies, and these are all centered around my original illustrations and my original characters. So actually, Mr. Surprise does give you the option of doing it yourself to set up, or for a fee, you can actually have their setup staff take over and kind of set it up for you, but I would rather just do it myself and give myself the autonomy and creativity to kind of just lay out the board. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so I had done Mr. Surprise Artist Station. I've done it maybe twice before, and I think the first one I did was their stationery rotation back in 2024, and then I believe I did a second one in March 2025, and that theme was Bloom. And so this time around, the theme is Let's Go Picnic. And so I think they invited me because I do have a lot of like fun spring, summer kind of themed items, and my characters, which are like the bunny character and the bear characters and my ninja character, they're all, set up around these like blue sky themes. The color palettes are all like pink and blue and bright and summery. And so I think that's why they chose me. And so I'm super happy to be joining them again. And I can't wait to see kind of how the reception is towards my new offering of products. Okay, so currently we're in one of my least favorite places in the world, and that is the storage locker. And I'm here to pick up some of my previous display items from Mr. Surprise. I think I just shoved it in a bag in one of my storage containers just because I have too much stuff related to my business. And right now, with the way our office is set up and the way my products are, I just cannot fit any of that stuff upstairs right now. And eventually that will change. I mean, I did move in here less than a year ago into his apartment. So my stuff is just honestly everywhere. When I lived alone, I had all these containers, but they were all sitting in my living room, and that was fine for me. But because it's, mostly his space, I just need to figure a way to kind of get it out of the way. And so now I'm just gonna have to unearth all this stuff. So let's see what we're working with. Oh brother, there's a lot of stuff. So all these like blue IKEA bags are like my display things for conventions and markets. And I'm pretty sure what I need is right down there. So I'm gonna have to get all the stuff out. I just pray that it's in there. I guess this is why I go to the gym. Okay. So yeah, I can see some of my old stuff. So I'm gonna take this. What else am I gonna take? I am gonna take, I have some old inventory bags. This is perfect because they told me that they ran out of the big bags. So I have these ones from my old stuff. So I'm just gonna reuse these. So that's perfect, honestly. I don't know what that is. Ooh, and so I found some washi card swatches. These will be perfect. Oh, I found my old foam display headers, and they said we can make a new one. So I might make a new one, but these are some of my older designs. And I'll see if it works with my current setup, because if I decide not to use it, I'll just reuse one of these. But I'll take these with me. Ooh, and here we go. Here are some samples that I was looking for that I already had. So I'm going to take this as well. What I was looking for as well, so I'll take this. Let's make sure I have everything, so I don't have to do this again. Sometimes I have to do this like 2 times because I forget stuff the first time, and it's such a pain. But here's another one. I'll take this. Oh, some extra stickers. I might need these. I think we're good. Hopefully I don't have to come down here again. Now I'm gonna have to shove all this back in there, and then let's go back upstairs. Let's get to work. Gather your materials. Excuse my background, this is totally not aesthetic, but I'm at a point where I don't care. I just need to get the videos out and need to stop caring about things like that. Because imagine I had to like redesign my whole place just to film this video. It's going to take me like 2 years to launch my channel. But anyway, so the first thing you'll need is just some regular painter's tape. I just have the thick one with me right now. That's the only one I could find, but you'll need some tape that's not going to leave any residue. And then next, something that every interior designer I know has, it is a measuring tape. And then we can get started. So I know that my board is 30 inches wide by 45 inches long, so we're gonna measure that out on the floor. If you can see, I already have this 30 inches set up and then 45 inches here. I think what you just wanna make sure is that the interior dimension of the tape is the dimension of your board, not the exterior dimension. Otherwise it won't be as accurate. I'm gonna keep going and tape up the rest. 30 inches, and then make sure it goes all the way across. And then we're good. So I'm going to tape here vertically. Okay, there you have it. It's hard to see with the sun coming in, but this is the parameter that my board will be in. So now that we have that sorted, I'm going to do a bit of an audit of the items I brought up from downstairs and see what I'll want to bring and include into this display board. So this is the first pack I brought up, and I'm definitely going to keep these swatches for the washi tape because they go quite well with the display in showing how they look like. So I'm going to keep these. So these stickers are the numbers that correlate to the SKUs in how we list our inventory. So I'll have to replace these stickers later because they will no longer correlate to my new board composition because this is from the old one. So I'll have to re-stick these on later. If I have these ones, I don't know if I have any of these left, but if I have these, sure, I'll keep this. I think this also works with the theme. This definitely works with the theme if I have any left. I won't be including this one. Put that there. And then of course I have to include my signature Junie bunny. So this one, yes, yes, yes. Yes, but I've since updated the packaging for this. So now this includes a backer card. So I think what I'll do is with these stickers, I might create a blind bag, the ones without the backer card, and hopefully those sell. But yeah, they're still in perfect condition and everything. It's just that my updated packaging now has the backer card. Yes, for sure, my foil postcards. Yes, if I have any left. I think this might be my last one, but let's see. This still is a good one to show. I definitely want to include this guy. I think this fits well into the theme. So yes, yes. This one is a maybe, I think. So let's put that there. This one for sure, one of my bestseller postcards for the picnic theme. And then yes to this, of course. Similar. I also have this box full of postcards and products that have already been individually bagged and sleeved. So when I did Artist Alley shop, everything had to be sleeved. So I literally have a million postcards in here that are already sleeved. So I'm going to use these as the ones for my mock-up display. I actually can't believe since the last rotation I did, which I think was in March of 2025, how much my product offering has grown. So that's pretty cool to reflect on. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here, so I feel like I'm ready to kind of sort through it and start laying out the format. So I definitely want to start with prints at the top. So prints and postcards at the top. And I think what I'll do is this one print I'm going to include for sure. It's my only really big print other than this one, the stay home one, which I don't think really matches the theme. So I'm not going to include it for this one. But I will include this. And then next I'm going to include some of my full postcards. Unfortunately, this one's discontinued, even though it's one of my most popular ones. But maybe I'll restock that at a later date. But for now, I won't include this. Other ones, I think I have plenty of. So I'm going to include this one. I'm going to include this one. The tricky thing is trying to work with both horizontal and vertical layouts. I had another foil one. So I found them. These ones I'm going to include as well. So this kite one and this pink cat one. Squeeze this in here. I feel like my board should be able to fit it if I go tighter. These two, and maybe I'll fill that gap with something else up there, like a display something, but like maybe we'll say like foil postcards or something. This art print, and then I'll get on with kind of the other regular postcards. So for sure I'm going to include these balloon ones. This fruit one. I like to display the fruit ones together. I think these ones are pretty fitting as well for the theme. And then I like to, the ones where I do have kind of different color variations, I like to put them together just so that it's obvious. So, and I need to include these ones. So these are super picnic themed. So I'll have to include these two. Thing is, I don't want too many postcards. I want enough, but maybe not too many, because my bread and butter really are stickers. And so I'm gonna have to do a further audit because I'm already like halfway through the board right now. So either these might go into actually like a photo album, and you can flip through them and see all the postcards. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna start laying my stickers and see how they fit here first. So let's clear this stuff out for now. Not that it's going to be gone forever. I think I will keep my foil postcards up here, just because they're a little bit more special. I think I have a majority of it kind of worked out. There's still some gaps and stuff that I'll have to think about, and I am missing a few sticker sheets, so I want to see if I can fit a few more, but I think right now how it's looking looks pretty good. So I have the prints, my one print at the top. These layers are foil postcards, and then everything else down here is stickers. And then if there are gaps, I will just fill these with postcards, but I still have other items like washi tape, my enamel pins. So I need to think about which ones are gonna live in the little stands that can go on the tabletops, and then what's down here. So I'm gonna have a think about it. You can see it's quite messy in here, but this is what happens when, you know, you're kind of just in like a creative jumble. So I've got all my prints up here and some select postcards. I will include the rest of my postcards in a booklet that I'll lay out on the table, which is still also available for purchase. Then I have my sticker sheets kind of consuming the majority middle, which is what I wanted. And I have only a few die cuts at the bottom, along with a sticker pack, my washi tape swatches that I'll probably adhere the washi tape onto the sample. And then my new glitter tapes, which I really, really wanted to include for this time around. They are a new product. I just want it to do well and sell. Oh yeah, and this empty space is where I'll swatch out the whole roll. And I always forget about the pricing sign. So I have left a little placeholder area here where I'll design my own pricing sign. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. And then the rest of the items will be my enamel pins, which I will put up on the little stand on the table, as well as anything else that's kind of lingering. So I might bring some stamps, but I think for the most part, this is the majority. So remember that time when I said I wasn't gonna come down here for a second time? Before it gets too dark, I wanna make some swatch cards of my glitter tape sticker rolls, and what I'll do is cut a length the size of this card here, maybe 2 swatches, just so that the customers can see what's in the roll. So I actually found a much quicker way, which is just to peel off the whole entire piece of tape. So let's try this way as well. So I think to illustrate that these are individually cut kiss cut stickers, I am going to place the individual stickers on a row below and use this as a guide so that they line up. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I am going to peel these stickers off one by one and use this as a guide, as a template to place the stickers on the swatch card. And now we're going to trim the swatch card. Might trim it just a little bit more. There we go, it looks perfect. And so I'll pair this with my glitter roll on the actual display board like that or something. So now that I have this one done, I am going to repeat the process with the Seaside Sparkle glitter roll as well as a Sweet Spring Roll glitter roll. I have all of these sticker sheets counted out in quantities of 20, and I'll probably bag these into those inventory bags. Now I'm going to place all my stickers in here. I always underestimate how long the packing really takes, especially this time around. I have about 70 stock cuping units, and each unit requires its own separate bag. These ones should be a lot easier just because, you know, they're not so wide. These ones are all packed up and ready to go. So I picked up this Muji photo album today, and I'm hoping that postcards can fit inside here. Sometimes I find that pockets are too small just because the sizing is not, you know, American or North American sizing. Let's hope it fits. I'm going to use this for my table display to display all the extra postcards that I've not been able to fit on my display board. And hopefully you can just flip through these. Let's see if one of these with the sleeve on can fit in here. It's actually a perfect fit with the sleeve, and that's great because I can still number them. So now I think I just have to decide the order. I feel like it's close to being finalized. I'm going to use these stickers here, the number stickers, and tag everything in chronological sequential order so that they kind of match the SKUs very nicely. Wait to Mr. Surprise, I have all my bags with me. This is the blank canvas. It's a metal pegboard wall display with a table counter below for additional products. And here they gave me some materials to start. On setup day, my logo signage wasn't printed yet, but it will be mounted at the top of my board when it's ready. I wasn't expecting a helper on the day of, so I was a bit shy and I didn't get to film every little thing, but she was amazing and she even offered to film for me if I needed the help. And she was also the one to help me get these plastic clear sleeves to showcase the contents of my mystery sticker pack. So here I'm just fastening a rubber band to the product and to the hook so that it prevents the samples from being removed from the wall.
I'm so glad that you have like the washi tape this way because it's so hard to like, or artists usually don't. Like the big one, the big roll ones.
Oh, like the sticker rolls.
Yeah. Like there's no space. But...
One of the staff members had a great suggestion, so I had this tape design over here on the right, and she said it would look better if they were 3 in a column down, and I totally agree. It looks so much better grouped together. I think I did that originally because I was trying to accommodate for the pricing signs, but I ended up putting it on the table counter anyway instead of the board, so I had a little more space than I thought. I think this just goes to show that you can always try to plan for the best, but when you're on the site, things change, and often it's for the better. So for my grab and go items, I have this mystery sticker pack and my oopsie bag, which contains some B-grade items. I decided to display some of the stickers that might be in the pack on the counter, so they all include 4 random sticker sheets and the Star Bear tabs. Overall, I am so happy with how my display turned out. I was able to fit everything and more on the board and on the counter. It's always so great to see the work you put in translate into something tangible and something that you can share with others. I'm still so in awe that I have people willing to spend their money on my illustrations and my products. It just blows my mind every time. This was a little labor of love, from the prep work to the packing to the final installation of my display, and filming as much of this process as I could to bring you along.